Hey guys, another really cute video done by me. Today I'm going to be talking about who would survive in an apocalypse. I'm going to give you some really cute stats, really cute fun facts, and we're going to take a deep dive and a closer look at who could bear the burden of everything an apocalypse brings. First up is me. The amount of raw power in all the images I've chosen is so insane. I'm scared to look at them actually. A prediction for what I would do is, I don't know how I would do it, but I would single-handedly bring every single zombie or whatever monster in the apocalypse to us. I don't know how I would do it, but I would do it. I would find a way. Next up is Kennedy, aka Mom. I firmly believe she'd be the strongest if Sutton wasn't. Also, I believe that she'd get mad at us a lot and would have to save our asses a lot. But other than that, I think she'd survive the longest. If she didn't die, she would survive the longest. Next up is Lexi. I firmly believe that she would make us stop every 10 minutes and we'd all be like insanely mad at her and she'd think it would be really funny. But also I think if we were in a lot of trouble, she would be the one to take down all the zombies. But if she couldn't, she would probably call her uncle if he wasn't already doing something cool. And he would help us. So yeah, it's kind of a 50-50 with her. Next up is Sophia. Firmly believes she'd be the one to die first if she did die. Also, I think she would be the one to cheer us all on, but she probably wouldn't fight. She'd probably be like the medic or something. Yeah, that's all I have to say. Next up is Sutton. I firmly believe she would either be the most powerful and could take down a whole wave of zombies with one shot from her pistol. JoJo reference, because I think that would be her choice of weapon. Or she would be the worst fighter other than Sophia. But also, I think she'd probably cry if you coughed on her. So I don't know how well she'd do. So first up for stats is me. I put myself for 3 at power out of 5. It doesn't say 5 because I didn't put 5 for any of my things, but it's out of 5. So I put myself for 3 because I'm not too powerful, but I'm not too weak, so I'm kind of average, I feel like. And then I put myself for 2 for speed because like I'm slow, you guys. And then for range, I feel like I'd be more of a close combat kind of person, so I didn't put it too big. Durability, I think I'm pretty good at like doing things for a long time, so I put it at out of 3, and then for precision, I put 4 because I feel like I'd be pretty precise. I feel like I'd be pretty accurate in my attacks towards evil zombies. And then for potential, I put myself at 3 because, like, I don't think I have no potential, but I think I could get there if I tried hard enough. So, yeah. The next stats are Kennedy. I put Kennedy's power at 5 because, like I said, she'd be the strongest in the group if Sutton wasn't. I feel like she'd be a tough battle to fight. So I put her power at 5. For her speed, I put her at 4, because, like, I haven't seen her run, but I feel like she'd be pretty fast. For range, I also put that, I put it at a 4, because, like, I feel like, I don't know, I feel like she could kind of be, like, a multiple trick pony with her ranges. She could be close to you or she could be far away, so I put it at a 4. For durability, I put her at a 3. I don't know, I just feel like she'd be like not the greatest but also not the worst. I mean that in the nicest way. And for precision, I put 4 because I feel like she'd be like really accurate in her attacks. I feel like she'd be pretty precise. Like I said, she'd be a tough opponent. And then for potential, I put her at 4 because like she's already basically the strongest, but I feel like she could also get way better. So I put her at a 4. So for Lexi, as for her power, I put her at a 3 because I feel like she'd be pretty average, not too bad, not the greatest. And as for speed, I put her at a 4 because I feel like she'd be pretty fast. For the range, I put her at a 3 because I feel like she'd be shoot, I think I was at a 3 or something. I feel like she could be like a close combat or like far away, or no, that was actually Kennedy, but I feel like she'd be either far away or she could be really close and she'd still be fine. And as for durability, I put her at a 3 too. I feel like she's kind of average. She'd be kind of average on that. But for precision, I put her at a 4 because I don't know why. I just feel like she'd be pretty precise and accurate. And for her potential, I put her at a 5. I have no idea why I put it at a 5. I feel like her potential. I feel like she would have a lot of potential. Next is Sophia, and I feel really bad about this. But for power, I put her at 1. I feel like she wouldn't be the most powerful. But for speed, I put her at 4 because I know she's like way faster than me. So I put her pretty high. I put her at a 4. For range, I feel like Sophia would be definitely not a close combat person. She would do stuff from far away, so I put her range at a 4. As for durability, I put her at a 2 because I know she can like run really fast, but then she can't do it for very long, so I put her durability at 2. For precision, I put it at a 3 because I feel like she'd be kind of average on that. Like, not the best, not the worst. For potential, I also put her at a 3 because I feel like she could get there if she tried hard enough. So yeah. For Sutton, I put her power at a 4 because, like I said, Kennedy would definitely be the strongest, and Kennedy's at a 5. So I put Sutton at a 4. Also, Sutton's stats are literally like the same as mine. It's just like flipped. But like mine, the point is like at the bottom and hers is at the top. So we're pretty similar, I guess. And then as for speed, I put her at a 2 because I feel like she wouldn't be the fastest. I'm sorry. For range, I put her at a 3. I feel like she'd also be kind of average on that. She could either be close to you or she could be far away. So I put her as a 3. For durability, I also put her at a 3. I feel like she could go for a bit, but she couldn't go too long. Then for precision, I also put her at a 3. I don't know. She'd just be like I said, she could either be like one of the toughest people or one of the worst people. So I kind of put them all at 3. But for potential, I put her at 4. Because I feel like she could be like the most elite fighter ever. So I put her at a 4. Okay, so for my weapons, since I put my range kind of in the middle, I know nothing about guns, so I'm just putting guns that look decent. But if I were close combat, I would probably use like a sword, but that's not really realistic. It would be something like that. So I just chose a katana because it's long, you know, it looks kind of cool. And then I just chose, it's just a pistol. It's just a regular gun. That's probably what I would use. I don't know. I'm kind of a regular gal, you guys. I'm okay. For Kennedy's weapons, for like long range, I believe she would use, I don't know what these are called. I think it's like a rifle, I think. I feel like that's like the kind of gun, like long range kind of weapon that she would use. And then as for close combat, these are kunai knives. They're from Naruto. I don't know if they're in anything else, but like when I looked it up, it all said like Naruto kunai knives. So I'm assuming it's just a Naruto thing. And even though it's like they're really only a long range thing, I feel like she would use those a lot. So yeah. For Lexi's weapons, I firmly believe that Lexi would be a sniper lady. I firmly believe that would be her main weapon. But if she were to be in close combat, I think she would just use a regular knife. Nothing special, just a little knife. But yeah, I think she'd stick with the sniper more though. So that's it. As for Sophia's weapons, for long range, I remember when Sophia and I both lived at our old houses, Sophia had like a giant bow and arrow, and I think she liked it a lot, so I think that's probably what she would use for long range. And as for like closer range, like I know revolvers aren't that close range, but like I feel like that's Sophia's second weapon. I feel like she'd like a western gun like that. So yeah. As for Sutton's weapons, I'm probably gonna be way off in the first two. But as for like it's like can be close. Yeah, it's kind of far range, far combat. I don't know how to say it, but I feel like she'd probably use a grenade. It's pretty simple, but I feel like that's what she would use. As for like closer range, I think she would have a lot of fun using a machine gun. I feel like she'd think it'd be fun to use, so I put that for one of her closer ranges. And then I hopefully Sutton will get this reference, but she'd also probably use a revolver. So yeah. I've gotta say, y'all already knew who was gonna be in first place. Who would survive the longest would be definitely Kennedy. She would make a couple mistakes, but none of them would be life-threatening. I think she'd be the smartest one out of all of us. She would make the best decisions. So yeah, she would definitely survive longer than all of us. As for who would survive the second longest, kind of a hard decision, but I finally came up with the answer of Lexi might survive, longest after Kennedy. I'm gonna sound so mean, but she'd make a lot of dumb decisions, but I don't think she would die. She would somehow whittle her way out of all of them, but then I feel like at some point she'd do something really fucking dumb, or we would all do something really fucking dumb, and then like she would die or something. I don't know, but she'd survive longer than the rest of us besides Kennedy. Third place goes to Sutton. I originally was gonna have Sutton and I be a tie, but then I realized Sutton would just survive out of pure dumb luck. She'd get herself into a lot of bad situations, but somehow she'd get out of them. I don't know how, but she would get out of them. So yeah, that's Sutton's in third place. In fourth place is me. Like I said earlier, like way earlier in the video, I said that I would somehow single-handedly bring every single zombie to us, and I would not be able to fight them all. I would die pretty soon, I think. So yeah, I'm in fourth. In last place is Sophia. She would die first, but actually, I feel like Sophia and I would both die I think we'd die very close to each other. Like, she would die, and then shortly after I would die, so it's kind of a tie. But Sophia would do her best. She wouldn't fight very well, but I think she would help us. Like I said earlier, she would probably be the medic. She'd also try her best to help us when we're fighting. But yeah, she'd probably be the medic and help us a lot, so she'd probably save a lot of our asses. But yeah, I think she would probably die first because she wouldn't be able to fight really well. But yeah. But I mean that in the nicest way. I feel so mean for putting her in last place. But I swear, Sophia and I are close to being a tie, I swear. That's all. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Also, I made a little thing. Also, Sophia, the photos that I used all throughout the video of you, I was like, I don't really want to use them for this one. So I was like, oh, I'm going to use the one that I was originally going to use. So I added new legs for you. I really hope you like your new legs. And I hope you like your, oh my gosh, construction workers. Also, I really hope you like your new heels. I bet they're very expensive and nice. Also, I hope you guys like the little cowboy hats I added. They're very cute. So yeah, that's all. I hope y'all enjoyed.